Convent High and Grammar School among top performers in this year's CXC CSEC exams, a community pays tribute to the latest road fatality victim, and a $3.2 million police station opens in Plaine. I am Lourianne Graham Carter with the Channel 5 News. Details coming up.
Cashwiz is the one-of-a-kind pawn shop in Dominica. We'll trade all your old and used appliances for cash, grant loans applicable to the value of your vehicle and other appliances. A community service-oriented organization actively involved in building communities and empowering the young, while partnering with social groups for nation building. So come to Cashwiz Dominica on the corner of Stibble Street and St. Johnson's Avenue, Pottersville, Roseau. Call us today at 440-5555. Check us out on Facebook or email dominica@cashwiz.com.
Your style, your taste, your look. As individual as you are. Find the furniture piece that's right for you, only at Courts. Choose from our wide selection of fresh new designs, luxurious comfort, and contemporary elegance. Best of all, it's more affordable than you think. So create the room that's all about you. Come into Courts today, where furniture is fashionable. Courts, bringing value home.
Here's a cool way to make some quick cash with the Dominica National Lottery. Simply go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Dominica National Lottery, and like our page. Fill out a simple form and that's it. Every week, one lucky fan will win $250. Yep, 250 big ones just for liking our page. How cool is that? So what are you waiting for? Hurry to facebook.com/Dominica National Lottery and start winning. Draw takes place every Friday.
Cashwiz is the one-of-a-kind pawn shop in Dominica. We'll trade all your old and used appliances for cash, grant loans applicable to the value of your vehicle and other appliances. A community service-oriented organization actively involved in building communities and empowering the young, while partnering with social groups for nation building. So come to Cashwiz Dominica on the corner of Stibble Street and St. Johnson's Avenue, Pottersville, Roseau. Call us today at 440-5555. Check us out on Facebook or email dominica@cashwiz.com.
If you love that sound, then pour yourself a Glen Hunter Scotch whiskey and enjoy the taste on the rocks or mix with your favorite beverage. And because Glen Hunter is priced right, you'll be able to double your pleasure long after the people who don't drink Glen Hunter have to go home with empty pockets and empty-handed. Glen Hunter, a revolution in Scotch whiskey. Astor fans, right place, right price. Right price. Right price.
Top in the news, Stephanie Pascal of Convent High School is among the top performing students of the CXC CSEC exams this year. Stephanie Pascal is first on the Ministry of Education's list of 40 CSEC top performing students who obtained 6 and more grade 1s locally. The Ministry of Education announced the top performing students on Monday during a news conference.
This year, we continue to record overall improved performance at the CSEC exams. A quick analysis of the available data revealed that in 2012, we recorded a 67.5% success rate. In 2013, 74.6%. In 2014, 76.1%. And this year, 2015, 77.3%.
Stephanie Pascal obtained 10 grade 1s and 1 grade 2, according to the preliminary results.
There was a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of times when I couldn't go to my friends, I had to make plenty of sacrifices, and I'm just happy that all of it has paid off. I'm going to Dominica State College and I'll be majoring in maths, physics, and economics. I don't think that people should do more than what they are capable of because it's very difficult. So you should know your capabilities and you should know what you can do, so you should aim for what you can do and just be sure to be prepared to work hard.
Stephanie's parents are particularly thrilled that she is following in her big sister's footsteps.
You'd probably be aware that my first daughter as well achieved a feat similar. It was more of a challenge to keep Stephanie in check, and for her to achieve such a feat, it is really overwhelming for me and for us as a family.
When it's time to play, we have to play hard, but when it's time to work, we have to work hard. And I always let them know that the only way out of poverty is through education. And everything good in life, you have to work hard for it. It doesn't come easy.
Stephanie's sister Steffi was one of the top performers in both the CXC and A-level exams in her day. Steffi returns to England on Tuesday, where she studied to take up a job there.
Well, I hope I inspired her. I hope I encouraged her in terms of preparation for the exam. I had her in what I call a boot camp. So I prepared a study schedule for her, organized her grades and so on when she could take her breaks and so on. So I hope it helped.
Kyle Charles of the Dominica Grammar School is also among top performing students with 10 ones and a 3. We'll highlight more students in a subsequent newscast. Idona Jean-Baptiste, Channel 5 News. In police news now, police described the Les Point accident on Saturday as a horrific road fatality. The fatal accident occurred at approximately 9 a.m. on Saturday morning when a scooter and aggregate truck collided.
Augustine Sablon of St. Joseph was riding his scooter by PO 662 along the EO Lebanon Highway, and having arrived at that junction, which leads to the quarry owned by Paris Williams Company, dump truck TK973, a 17-ton 10-wheeler truck, and it was laden with aggregate 16 tons. So that's a combination or a total of 33 tons, and that was being driven by Dave Ambu of Salisbury, and he was traveling or driving from east-west along that secondary road, which brought him into the junction. On arrival at the junction, there was a collision. The biker, or Augustine Sablon, upon impact, went underneath the truck, and the truck rolled over his body. The back tires rolled on his body, smashing his head, smashing or crushing his head, as well as the other parts of his body. A very horrific death.
A coroner's inquest followed by a post-mortem will take place soon. Meantime, the greater part of St. Joseph community is celebrating Sablo as a generous person. We visited St. Joseph on Monday, where many people wanted to get a good word in about Sablo. 45-year-old Sablo returned from Guadeloupe on Friday, the day before his death. His family was preparing a grand affair to celebrate his birthday at the time of the accident.
Yeah, his birthday was Thursday the 13th. Just I guess come on, my wife that shared the same birthday. And the same Saturday, that was the day where he was going to have a party.
Okay, all right.
So he had everything planned. I just spoke to him about 20 minutes before the accident. Then I was the first person to really saw him because on my way to town.
Many say Sablo's absence will leave a big void in the community.
Short is to help enough people check them out, help them out different ways.
He used to work on a ship, so everybody had have different message from Guadeloupe give him for their family. So he was well known and well appreciated.
An older sister of Sablo says she did not get a chance to see her youngest brother since he returned on island.
Well, when that happened, the village got shocked. The place was just quiet. He just came from Guadeloupe Friday. When I passed to visit him, I did not meet him. It troubles a lot because every day you see him, anytime he passed, he would call everyone. He always called people when he passed, say hello and so.
In other police news, police are investigating an early morning shooting which took place at a popular restaurant in Czech Hall. Reports from the police PRO Assistant Superintendent Claude Weeks are that Damien Shillingford, owner of Isho's Bar and Grill, was shot at approximately 1:30 a.m. on Saturday morning by robbers.
Just finalizing, putting things in order to depart from the business
when he was attacked by armed robbers. In fact, they were masked as well. He was shot in his leg, close to the groin area, and the nightstickings were stolen. An indeterminate amount of cash was stolen by the robbers. They fled. There was a vehicle awaiting them as well.
Shillingford was transported to the Princess Margaret Hospital, where he was discharged Saturday afternoon. On to national security now. The commissioning of a new police station in Plaine comes 36 years ago this month. That was when the building was destroyed by Hurricane David.
Since that time, the police enjoyed temporary housing, renting various buildings in the community. Parliamentary Representative Peter Saint-Jean says it's a new day, an important milestone towards making Plaine and surroundings more peaceful and prosperous. He believes safety, security and justice are cornerstones of any community.
2 female police officers are already deployed here in Plaine. It is therefore most appropriate that this new facility contains barracks not only for men but also for females. So indeed, it is a new day in the history of Plaine and the Southeast. And the Magistrates' Court, a new day for administration of swift and impartial justice in a permanent structure. Indeed, it is as if this police station is now the new police headquarters of all the Southeast. And friends, it is located here in Plaine. Brothers and sisters, I mean it when I say this structure is more than just concrete and steel. This new structure has vastly enhanced the beauty of this immediate area. In fact, standing so close to the health center and the brand new Southeast Market, the soon-to-be renovated Public Works Building, and the Ministry of Trade Park House, it creates what I consider the government administrative block here in Plaine and the Southeast.
In related news, Chief of Police Daniel Carbon wants police officers stationed at the new police station in Plaine to have increased presence in the community.
Speaking at the opening of a $3.2 million police station in Magistrates' Court, the police chief called for the officers to let the people see, hear and feel their presence. The new station will serve Plaine, Rivière, Grand Fort and Rosalie.
Plaine continues to maintain a low crime rate, and the opening of this new police station seeks to further strengthen police-community partnership as we forge ahead to deliver effective police services. I want to assure you that this top-class accommodation has created the opportunity for more officers to be stationed here. It is equipped with the relevant resources that will enhance on the services that the police provide and also to improve our response time to reports made by people in Plaine and surrounding communities. For the first time, police women are stationed in Plaine. All this is in an effort to ensure that we realize our goal of delivering quality and effective policing to the communities that we serve.
This is Channel 5 News. Coming up, Senator Benoit re-elected unopposed to lead the NYC. What he says about those who say it's a conflict of interest.
Nestled in the lush green flora of Layu Park is the Résidence La Fleuriste Hotel and Nightclub, just a 20-minute drive from the city. This 12-room air-conditioned hotel is equipped with modern technology. Its nightclub comes alive on the weekends with rhythms that gets you moving. Come enjoy tasty meals with French and Creole flavor and exotic drinks. Dive into the cool, refreshing lagoon of crystal clear water. Invite close friends to share in special moments of exchanging vows, renewing commitments, and celebrating memories. Résidence La Fleuriste Hotel and Nightclub. Our priority? It's you.
This is freedom, this is life. Happiness is all I'm seeking. Carpe diem, I'm seizing every day, not just the weekend. Here's to all the good times that
when you can afford afford what you crave, life just gets so good.
Oh, I'm so alive and I'm feeling good, so good, so good, so good. Hey.
KFC, so good for everyone.
And don't waste time, eh? You know we deliver all over Dominica. The customer waiting for their product. All right?
Good afternoon. Delivery from Muslim store. Anybody home?
Whether you rent or you have your own home, the Muslim store is the place to get what you need. We deliver.
We should be sleeping.
Live wider awake with Beauty Rest, the only mattress that combines the support of legendary Beauty Rest pocketed coil technology with the comfort of air-cool memory foam. Beauty Rest, it's you fully charged.
Available exclusively at Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Your style, your taste, your look. As individual as you are. Find the furniture piece that's right for you, only at Quartz. Choose from our wide selection of fresh new designs, luxurious comfort, and contemporary elegance. Best of all, it's more affordable than you think. So create the room that's all about you. Come into Quartz today, where furniture is fashionable. Quartz, bringing value home.
You and your family need to make the right nutritional choices to get the maximum from life. Milk is the most nutritious beverage for both children and adults. Dutch Lady milk is full of nutrition. It's ideal for everyone in your family. Dutch Lady has protein for essential development and growth, calcium to build strong bones and teeth, and vitamins B2 for energy. Dutch Lady milk will give you maximum nutrition, and you can have it your way. Evaporated, powdered, flavored, straight, with cereal and fruits, it's all good. Dutch Lady milk gives you and your family the nutrition they need. At Estefans, right place, right price.
Thank you for staying with us. Prime Minister Skerrit has appealed to Dominicans to recognize their role in maintaining law and order.
Mr. Skerrit told a gathering at the opening of a new police station in Plaine, creating a safe society is not just a task for the police.
I want to tell you that the maintenance of law and order is not just a function of the police. This is a function for all Dominicans. It is a part of our civic responsibility. And this is why I call on all of you to support the police in its effort at maintaining law and order, and by extension, creating a peaceful, safe, secure, and just society.
And re-elected President of the National Youth Council, Josiah Benoit, has broken his silence about criticism over him taking up the role as he continues to serve as a government senator. Josiah Benoit was elected unopposed at the NYC elections on Saturday. He will lead the NYC for the second consecutive term from 2015 to 2017. 106 young people from 60 registered youth groups island-wide cast their votes at the NYC's General Assembly. 2 representatives per group were eligible to vote. The Dominica Labour Party administration appointed Benoit as one of its senators in December.
I continue to try to educate the general population that there is no stipulation within the Constitution that would prevent me from being a senator, serving as a government senator and the president of the National Youth Council. Further, I also underscored that there is no breach in terms of the NYCD Code of Conduct thus far in my tenure as president. And I think that the fact that the General Assembly could return me to the office of president unopposed demonstrates their understanding and their agreement with that fact.
In Article 8 of its revised constitution, the NYC Code of Conduct stipulates that no member of the executive shall demonstrate openly in public forum, media appearance, political platform, or at such public events show his partnership to any political party, as this may have the potential to undermine the integrity and independence of the NYCD. However, an executive member is free to have his independent political affiliation and to attend any political gathering. Benoit had previously told the General Assembly on Saturday that he is in an ideal position as a government senator to advocate effectively for youth.
I'm elated and humbled by the trust that the youth of Dominica have showed in me once again, being elected unopposed. I think it shows that as an organization, the council is very clear as to the path that we are headed and the leadership in that regard. And so I want to just continue to put my best foot forward in representing the youth and being a solid leader for this young population.
The non-governmental organization's financial affairs for the 2013 to 2015 period were released at Saturday's forum. NYC's net income for 2014 was $4,000 higher when compared to 2015, with a net income of $15,645.
We normally get a subvention quarterly from the government of $12,000, and as you may have realized that this is not enough for the council to run, so we usually get other contributions from the public and private sector, and also we do our own fundraising to try to increase our revenue. This shows you all the different expenses that we cover: salaries, petty cash expenses, transportation for different councils and different district councils, and the different events that we organize throughout the year in the work plan.
Finally, teacher at the Social Center Preschool Summer Program described it as fun-filled from the beginning. Over 32 children completed the 6-week program from July 6 to August 14. Children were involved in activities such as writing, reading, arts and crafts, and dancing. They also visited the Trafalgar Falls, the Soufriere Volcanic Site and Pool, and the Cabrits Heritage Park. Teacher at the Social Center Preschool thanked the parents for allowing the center to care for their children while at work. The graduation ceremony took place on Friday. That's news. The FA names a 20-woman squad for the CONCACAF qualifiers, but the Bertrand sisters are not on the list. Your sports highlights coming up.
Elijah Law Chambers Thunderers are up 1 game in Division 1 final playoffs. Kevin Toussaint put up a hard-fought 28 in the Thunderers' 81-55 thrashings against Kyrie FM Old School on Saturday. Craig Angol and Dwight Barron also got in on the action with 17 and 15 points each. Levi Barron's 22, coupled with Ron Abraham Jr.'s 12, simply couldn't save Old School from taking the backbench. Game 2 tips off this Wednesday. Meanwhile, Lady Panthers swept the Women's Division final in Game 2 of playoff action against Northern Stars. We'll have more in another report. Dominica goes into this year's CONCACAF Women Olympic qualifiers without the Bertrand sisters at their side. The Dominica Football Association named a 20-woman squad this past weekend, excluding overseas-based Kyra and Kylie Bertrand. According to a source within the DFA, the two sisters did not receive release from their club. Gerald George has the full lineup.
The team will be led by new captain Brittany Stout. The rest of the squad reads Kadisha Joseph, Kiana Francis, Henrika Samuel, Christina Sobers, Miriam Elwin, Cora Francis, Onisha Deluge, Tracy Ann Etienne, Tamanfield Joseph, Mariah Esprit, Donisha Xavier, Tabik Lockhart, Ezra Elwin, Cassandra Augustine, Romelsia Philip, Kassika Samuel, Tanya Burnett, and Nadesh Lessie. The technical team reads Kenneth Esprit, head coach, Albert Titt, assistant coach, Joel Hamilton, fitness trainer, Glenda Fagan, medics personnel, and Tamara Williams, manager. The Nature Girls will play their first match against host country, Dominican Republic, on Friday, August 21st, with their second and final match versus Jamaica on Tuesday, 25th August.
Meanwhile, Dominica will also compete in the Caribbean Football Union's qualifiers from August 19 to 25. We'll have more on that in a subsequent sports package. More football action now. Airpost Dutch United raised their first Harlem Football League trophy over the weekend. Dutch United put down Rosalie Bay Charlotte Villas on penalty kicks 4-2 at the Mecca on Saturday after a 1-all deadlock for most of the game. Charlotte Villas seem to have cracked under pressure, missing a few of their shots by wide margins, handing Dutch United an easier than anticipated victory.
A tropical wave in the Atlantic. Details in your weather report next.
The weather is brought to you by Sagicor, wise financial thinking for life.
Good evening, viewers, and welcome to tonight's weather broadcast. I am your presenter, Vernie Master Honoré. A weak trough moved across the Les Antilles today, and satellite imagery showed increased cloudiness across Dominica. It also showed an area of convection associated with an approaching tropical wave. In the meantime, we are continuing to monitor a low-pressure area of this imagery, which is in an area that is conducive for its development. Today's radar imagery indicated shower activity across the island from time to time during the course of the day. Tonight's weather is expected to be partly cloudy with a few scattered showers. These conditions are expected to continue into tomorrow. Sea conditions tomorrow, slight to moderate in open water, with waves expected to pick up to 7 feet. And looking ahead, a slight increase in cloudiness and shower activity can be expected on Wednesday into Thursday, as a tropical wave is expected to move across the area. And across the Les Antilles tomorrow, occasional cloudy skies with some scattered showers can be expected across most of the islands, with possible thunderstorm activity across the extreme southern portion of the chain. And on the international scene, clear skies can be expected in New York tomorrow, overcast skies in London, and thunderstorm activity in Miami, Caracas, and Beijing. The sun will rise tomorrow at 5:51 a.m. and will set at 6:27 p.m. For further information, visit our website at weather.gov.dm or call the weather hotline at 447-5555. Thank you for joining us this evening. Have a good night.
How do I look, Mommy?
Perfect. When you've been here, you know what's important. Protect it with Sagicor. Wise financial thinking for life.
The headlines again: Convent High and Grammar School among top performers in this year's CXC CSEC exams. A community pays tribute to the latest road fatality victim, and a $3.2 million police station opens in Plaine. Send your questions and comments to news@marpin2k4.com. On behalf of the production team, I am Lourianne Graham Carter. Thank you for watching.